Your brother, your friend, your dietitian, back again for another installment. Inspirit Nutrition. Books that changed my life. The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Let's get it popping. Why did this book change my life? This book did several things for me, but before I get into what it actually accomplished for me in my life, how it changed my life, I just want to give a brief synopsis of the book, give a brief description and summary. The book is about how to automate, or I should say, the book is about how to create a business that you can automate. Automate meaning that it runs by itself with minimal necessary input from an outside force or from the owner. The title of the book is actually 4 Hour Work Week: How to Escape the 9 to 5, Live Anywhere, and Become a Part of the New Rich. It's a exaggerated title in order to grab the attention of potential readers. So the question becomes, how can you escape the 9 to 5, live anywhere, and become a part of the new rich? Well, through the internet, of course. What Tim Ferriss details is he teaches you in the book how to gain several skills and use different tools to design what he calls a muse. A muse is simply an automated, low maintenance business. It's usually found online that generates a significant amount of income while you, the owner, can simply sit back, watch, and only tweak and manipulate a couple levers in order to keep the machine going. So that is a muse. Um, he basically includes a lot of tools, as I said, on how to go from scratch to a completed muse. He talks about assessing your target monthly income. It's called TMI. So he basically said, in order to reach your goal of the muse, you have to have a target income. You have to have a target monthly income. You can't just say, I want to be rich. You have to say, okay, how much will that Beamer cost per month? Or how much will um, feeding my whole family organic groceries every month cost? $1,000 a month, 500, 700. How much will it cost per month? You add everything up that you want, that's ideal in your life, and then that's your goal for the target monthly income for your muse. Um, he has a website called 4hourworkweek.com/blog. On the blog, he has a lot of different examples of muses, so you get ideas where people have created all kind of crazy automated businesses and they're selling products online. I'll give you an example of my product that I came up with that I decided to start a muse with. It was temporary. It was an experiment. It worked. It didn't last forever, but like I said, it was temporary. It worked, and I learned a lot in the meantime. Mine, it was called Capstone Caps. Um, I use everything in the book as tools and a guide to create the capstone caps. The first thing was creating the target monthly income, how much I might want to make out of it. Um, Secondly, he talks about basically how you can come up with ideas to produce a product. He talks about how you want a product to be simple, something that people can buy. You want to have a guarantee on the product, so if something goes wrong, you guarantee that it'll be fixed, etc. But he gives you something really cool, which is a reference to places where you can buy products that are already produced and you can license them, or I mean you can utilize a license and resell the product, or you can go to a website which is huge now called Alibaba.com and have medium size and large size Chinese manufacturers actually make the product for you, ship it to you, and then you get it on pennies to the dollar. The only thing is you have to order in large quantities, huge quantities, in order to get Chinese manufacturers to make the products. So you hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, Nike shoes only cost $1 to make, and they sell them for $100." Well, that's the name of the game. You buy low, sell high. They've been doing that for years. China, they've been manifesting money like that. I mean, manifesting business like that for a long time. it's the same way with Jordans, with any other product. All in Walmart's products, all the other products in Walmart, they're all made in China for cheap, sold out here for more money. So that's the name of the game. So what did I do? I came up with the hat design. It was called capstone caps. Capstone being the top of a pyramid, the caps being the cap that you put on your dome, and the caps had conscious symbols on it. So it would be the eye of Horus, eye of Heru, or you would have the Moorish five-pointed star. You have Mama Africa. You have different signs and symbols, love, peace, different positive messages across the caps. And I had the caps actually made in a factory that I never even visited. I just found it on the internet, and I used a simple website called Shopify.com, which was listed in the book. And I set up a nice, clean website. It had a gallery, it had a blog space, it had a list of products, it had an area where I could a shopping cart area for my clients, a place where they could customers could send me an email, contact, all of that, about me section, easily set up, really streamless, and it was a back end where I can go in and edit things, check my payments, all of that, easy money. Send out messages to my patients, to my clients. It was really easy. What I began to do was get the factory to design it. It cost me probably one fourth of the actual price how much I was reselling it for. They inscribed it with my logo. I sent them the logo sent the logo to the factory. They inscribed it. They would ship it out to me, and then I would sell it to people on the internet. I advertised via Facebook and Google, which 4 Hour Work Week breaks down. He breaks down how to get search engine optimization, which is SEO. You determine the best words, the best advertisements to connect with your consumer product or your consumer market. So it's the best combinations of conscious caps or Afrocentric hats or whatever your title or your advertisement is. It optimizes connecting you and a potential customer or consumer. So that's what the search engine optimization was. Also connected with a website and some people in Nepal. I'll say a website named elance.com. It's basically electric freelancing, or you say email and eBay and all that. It's Elance, and on there you'll find graphic designers that are from India, Nepal, Pakistan, and he talks about this in the book. They do things for a lot cheaper. They'll make business cards, they'll make logos for you, they'll do all kind of things. And I made a really cool logo. Well, I didn't make it, but I paid the I paid the Nepalese guy to do it for me. He was really nice, and he was very cheap. And I put the logos onto stickers and put them onto the hats, and I would ship them out. People love the hats. I made a decent amount of money. I think I made about between $100 and $300 a month from from my experimental muse. What was really cool about it, and the whole idea of it is that you want to have it to where you're making enough sales to where you can let someone else ship it out, like a fulfillment company. So every basically every time somebody ordered, the fulfillment company, which is like a warehouse that stores your products, they get a notification stating that there was an order. They get the address of the person, the contact information, and they ship out the hats for you. And they charge you a monthly fee, or they charge you a per shipment fee. Now, that's when you get on a larger scale and you're shipping out a lot of products, and you don't have the time to ship out a bunch of products yourself by hand. You have someone else to do it. At the time, I was just asking my older sister to do it, and I was paying her a certain percentage of the shipments, right? So the beauty of this was that I would be at school, I would be asleep, I would be on Facebook, I would be studying in the library, taking an exam, and people would be ordering the hats. So it really was inspiring because what it stated in the book, I was doing in reality, and it worked. Another thing I started to do was advertise on Facebook. Like I said, it teaches you how to do that pay-per-click advertising, PPC advertising, and I actually got a message from someone who owned a website, and they said that they wanted my hats on their website, and they're called Dangerous Negro. So that's actually a pretty big company, online business, and I started working with them, and I was selling my hats on the website. I stopped selling the hats because I wasn't fulfilling them in time, and my sister wasn't fulfilling them in time, and we were both busy, and so I ended up shutting down the business. But I sold the hats in different bookstores. I sold the hats in different places in different locations, and I would get I wouldn't even be in the same city as my hats. Sometimes I would have the factory ship the hats directly to the store and tell the store to open the box and display the hats how I wanted them to be displayed, and then let me know how many hats they had left, and then they would pay me via PayPal. So I didn't even have to go to some of the stores I was shipping them at. And I think that's the best kind of money. That's the best kind of work, is residual. And the idea is just to get it on a larger scale so that you could make more money on a larger level. Um, I think overall the idea is to have a location independence. So you have an online business where you're selling yoga mats, where you're selling watches, where you're selling shirts, where you're selling something that's hotly selling. It's on automatic. You have the marketing on and advertising on automatic. The shipments are basically automatic, or they're really easy. Um, you have somebody else make the product, so it's not like you're intensively sewing or intensively making the products. And then you get to a point where you could be living anywhere shipping out the hats. You could be in Bali, you could be in Indonesia, another part of Indonesia, you could be in Malaysia, you could be in New Zealand, you could be in Japan, you could be in Cuba or Mexico or Mexico, or in Puerto Rico, or you could be anywhere. You could be shipping things out. um, and so that's the ultimate goal with the book. And then he also talks about, at the end of the book, he's like, okay, well, once you get your muse and you're traveling the world, how do you go about traveling? So he talks about traveling efficiently, cheaply, how you can live anywhere. He talks about hacks to learn languages. He gives you like all kind of crazy stuff about how to be free. And just talking about this, it really sparks that part of my brain that says, you know that it's possible. You've done it before with the hats. You could do it again. And I have other ideas that I'm going to manifest and do again. But it takes a lot of passion. It takes a lot of drive, and it takes a lot of focus to get it done. And so I think I'm going to go for it again with new ideas and get more residual income and utilize the process, because I've already done it before. I already know how to do it. But it's really an amazing book. It really changed my life, and that's where I am right now. I'm getting to the point where it's just about freedom, prosperity, abundance, and it's not multiple streams of income, residual income, passive income, and it's not about slaving away, at a job 9 to 5. Which it is great to serve the community, which I enjoy, but you don't want that to be your only option. So, books that changed my life, 4 Hour Work Week, Your Brother, Your Friend, Your Dietitian. I'll be honest, that book goes way deeper than what I could just review here, but I wanted to just talk about it briefly. So, again, Your Brother, Your Friend, Your Dietitian, back again for another installment in Spirit Nutrition. Peace and blessings.